Today I'm going to do a review on the Cloudsurfer Trail 2, the second version of the Cloudsurfer Trail. First pair of On shoes I've really reviewed on the channel. I used to always think of On as kind of more of a lifestyle brand. They're very popular because of the look. A lot of people like the holes down in the bottom. But they have gotten to where they're making some pretty high performance shoes. They're supporting a bunch of professional runners. Have quite a professional track team squad. And they have definitely been working on making their shoes higher quality. It's a Swiss brand. They're known for these big ellipses, big holes in the bottom, called their Cloud Tech technology. Cloud Tech Phase is what this is called. They will actually change the softness and the durometer by changing the size and shapes of these clouds, these ellipses in here. It's a very interesting design. Some of the things I will say about this shoe, it has a lot of positives. It has a very nice breathable mesh upper, which I really like. It is very cushioned around the heel collar and the tongue. It is a gusted tongue, so it stays in place really well and locks in well. It is not an anatomical toe box, which I tend to prefer, but it is still wide enough. I would say someone with a standard foot is going to be fine in it. So I would say these are probably going to work for the majority of people, but if you have a wide toe box, consider that. These probably won't work for that. The first version of the Cloudsurfer Trail I tried on at the running store. It was the Cloudsurfer and the Eclipse were some of their first shoes from the performance line that did not include a speed board, which the speed board gives it quite a bit of firmness and helps with stability. But some people wanted some shoes that were softer feeling, so they came out with the Cloudsurfer and the Eclipse that did not have the speed board. I actually found that the very first version, whenever I'd put them on and just running them in the store, the foam was so soft, I was bottoming out. I felt like that, but it did definitely add some flexibility. It just was too soft for me. Now they come with the Cloudsurfer 2, Cloudsurfer Trail 2, and I think they have stiffened up the foam some, because for the most part, it now feels pretty good to me, fairly stable, with one exception. I'll get to that in a minute. But I find I can run in them really well. They're very comfortable underfoot, but still have some firmness. Their outsole rubber is Mission Grip, which I think is excellent rubber. It seems to grip really well. The only thing I'll say is this is just made for, they call it for moderate trails. I would even say light trails, because it's just not I think it's just 2mm lugs. They aren't very deep at all, but they do grip well when they do grip. So I find they work really good on the road. They're still going to grip when it's wet out. The fit is actually very nice. The Helion foam that they use feels pretty bouncy and soft. They call it their super foam Helion. I don't know if it's the super foam or not, but it is pretty plush feeling. The first Cloudsurfer Trail was listed at 272 grams in a men's size 9 or 9.6 ounces. These are listed heavier. They are 287 grams or 10.1 ounces, so it has gained some weight. But it still feels pretty good underfoot. The original shoe had a 7mm heel to toe drop. It was 41 in the heel, 34 in the forefoot. These are listed as an 8mm drop. I don't really know the stack heights exactly. I haven't seen that published yet, but they're probably going to be in that ballpark of the original. So I usually prefer 6mm and less, but I will say the way I have to run in this shoe, the 8mm drop doesn't bother me. The biggest negative I would have with the shoe, again, I would say you're probably limited to light to moderate trails because of the depth of the lugs. But my biggest drawback is just that the heat, even though they stiffened up the foam some and it feels really good underfoot, really good ride as long as I'm midfoot and midfoot or forefoot striking. When I heel strike, this foam is still just too mushy soft. And when I feel like when I hit on my heel, it's so soft I don't feel stable. In fact, I took this out on a trail run, and I tend to, when I went down a fairly steep hill, I tend to heel strike more because I guess I'm braking. But I would hit on that heel and I didn't feel stable. I even rolled my ankle once. So for me, these are limited use shoe. I find like as long as I can midfoot or forefoot strike in them, I'm good, and they feel really nice. But I don't see these as being a shoe I'm going to use on very technical terrain or even anything very hilly. But I will definitely get a lot of miles out of them because they're very comfortable as long as it's a flatter material. I'll probably use these more as a road shoe, to be perfectly honest. And I really do think the ride feels good, and the fit is very good in these shoes. I even find walking in them, that heel is so soft that I end up finding that I want to hit further up, so I'm more like midfoot striking as I walk, which works well up to probably 3 or 4 miles, and then I kind of get tired of it. I'm used to heel striking, so beyond 3 miles or 4 miles walking, I'm not real comfortable in them. But as long as I can go out on a regular run in midfoot or forefoot strike, I find these pretty good shoes. Anyway, I actually received these shoes from On as part of a seed shoe program. Occasionally brands will give free shoes to running store employees to get them familiarized with the product, and that's how I received these. I really want to thank On. They do it so we understand the shoe more as we're selling it, and I do think it's very helpful from time to time. Anyway, I do think it's a good quality shoe. It sells for $170. For me, it's a limited use shoe. It's going to be road running primarily, or if I can get a smooth dirt road or maybe a little bit of a gravel road, I'll run in these. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I have about 30 miles on them. I will get some more miles in them, but maybe I'll do a review when I get up over 100 or something like that. But anyway, those are my thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting the thumbs up, the like button. If you're interested in any more of my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And other than that, I hope you're having a great day, and keep moving.